Joined now over the telephone by Dr. Adel Ghandour, the international agricultural expert. Dr. Adel, a good afternoon to you, sir. Hello, Dr. Adel.
أهلا وسهلا.
Thank you, Doctor, for joining us this afternoon on Now TV's Cairo Local Time. Dr. Adel, let's talk a bit about the most important features of the Mustaqbal Misr project that was recently visited by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi.
Yes. Yes. Hello?
Yes, Doctor. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, Doctor, I'm asking you about the most important features of the Mustaqbal Misr project that was visited by the President recently.
This is one of the most important, really, future for the future of Egypt.
Yes.
Because they already make a lot of advantage in this area, like Alamein, project of Alamein Al-Jadida. The area is much bigger than Alexandria city, and he planned to make industrial city in this location.
Yes.
And this project is very good because they are going to reclaim and cultivate about 500,000 acres or fiddan. So it's very, very important to be, this area will be very, very important.
Absolutely. Dr. Adel, what is the area productivity according to your estimates?
Area productivity, if we are going to cultivate high cash crop, like why they plan, because there is a big project in the base of Muhammad Naguib with also the CC project of cultivating of 100,000 acres for greenhouses. And also there is high cash crops can cultivate for export in this region. So for sure it will create a lot of jobs for the non-employment as well as increase the economy. And it's a very, very good investment for the private sector who will be the main partner for this project.
Absolutely. Dr. Adel, let's talk a bit about the distinctive location of this project in terms of agricultural cultivation land.
This area really is very, very specific, very, very recognized because it's very close to the Mediterranean. Humidity is very good, and actually it will consume less water because the humidity is higher than any other location.
Yes.
The soil there is very, very fertile. It is sandy or sandy loam, and for sure it has a very good possibility. Also, it's near for a lot of places that it can secure hand labor, and also it will be encourage all the people from all over Egypt to come to this place and reduce the intensive population inside the old land, either in Delta or Upper Egypt. So it will create a lot of jobs for all the Egyptians, actually.
Absolutely. Now, this project also uses the latest technologies with regards to irrigation systems. Could you tell us a bit about the advantages and the latest technological advances in irrigation systems?
The modern irrigation system, actually, it consumes at least less than a third, and in some cases with greenhouse production, we can get crop with tenths of the amount of water that normally we do it outdoor.
Yes.
So the modern irrigation system, especially in this type of soil, sandy soil, it's very fertile, but it needs a modern irrigation system so we can secure a very high yield. Without this modern irrigation, it is impossible because it will consume huge amount of water.
Right.
But modern irrigation, actually, it will be visible, as well as we use this modern irrigation to add also fertilizer by a certain type of irrigation called fertigation that use the fertilizer with the irrigation water, and with that we can secure a very high yield.
Absolutely. One final question, Dr. Adel, if I may. How far does a project like this and similar agricultural projects go in light of bridging the gap between consumer demand and supply, and bridging the gap with regards to import and export of the agricultural needs of the Egyptian citizens?
Actually, just to know something very, very important, our policy for the new reclaimed land is to cultivate high cash crops for export. And according to that, we normally calculate that. What is the income per cubic meter of water in terms of dollar, US dollar? That means we're talking about exportable production, as well as how to create job chances for non-employment. According to that, we have two choices. But it will reduce little bit the gap if we do it. But mostly for the new reclaimed land, since labors are most costly and water is most costly, and also we use much fertilizer, we have to choose high cash crops basically for export. But actually to reduce the food gap, it is very, very hard to do it, because our population now is about 100 million, and we import up to 70% of our consumption. So, and also our population are increasing each year, 2.8 million citizens. So to keep, we try now to keep that. But from my point of view, our future for actually for reclaim more land, work very hard to increase the production for the old land. And also, as a strategic plan, we have to move to Africa to invest in agriculture to secure our food.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Adel El Ghandour, the international agriculture expert. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and for your insight. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and we'll be right back for more. Do stay tuned.